Shalom.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
Before we open up, we'd like to give all glory, all praises, honor unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakadash. Let's give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. And as always, peace and salutations to the whole elect and the Sasakins pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. We're the brothers from the Great Millstone, the Garian camp. I'm the brother Yerah.
His brother Yasharallah.
Yo, what's up?
And we are here to do a quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And, we want to open up with this Ecclesiastes 6:1, which, if you haven't read this chapter or this book, I advise you to read it. It's a very good book to read because it points out, everything around us and how everything is vanity at the end of the day, especially here in Babylon the Great, where people pride themselves on the lust of life, which we know that everything in this world is going to come to an end eventually, man. Everything in this world that people pride themselves in ultimately is vanity, man. It's not going to lead to what? Everlasting life, So without further ado, let's get into the lesson. Mm-hmm.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 1. It says, "There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men."
So I got the blue dot, as you can see, it says the futility of life. And one of y'all brothers got the definition for futility. Baba Kasha.
Yep. The definition of futility is worthlessness, emptiness, vanity.
Vanity, and that's what this life is, man. This life is not the end all be all. Everything in this world, at the end of the day, is going to come to an end. So it's really vanity. People pride themselves on the material things, they worldly accomplishments. At the end of the day, it's all vanity. Because it's not going to lead to everlasting life. What's going to lead to everlasting life is keeping the law, statute, commandments, man. Returning back unto the Heavenly Father to the best of our ability, repenting. Like Solomon said, this is the whole conclusion of hear the whole conclusion of the matter: fear God and keep the commandments, man. Because that's what's going to lead to eternal life. You can't buy yourself eternal life.
You can't buy your way out of this shit.
Nah.
I got the definition of vanity.
You got it, bro.
It says excessive pride in or admiration of one's own appearance or achievement.
Achievement. That's what you see in this world. People pride themselves on the achievement, especially these celebrities. But people don't realize a lot of these celebrities don't even get the things that they have. They have to sell their soul. And if I may, real quick, before we finish that, I'm going to go to John 2:15. 1 John 2:15. Let me read it from him. Because I want to get in the NLT. And in the title it says, "Do not love the world." This is 1 John 2:15. I'm reading the King James. "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world." So I'm going to read in the NLT, verse 16.
If I can, Baba Kushai. And that's what you all see in the world, man. As the lust of the, people worrying about themselves. Ain't nothing wrong, don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with, self wearing, yourself and making sure, you eat the right things and making sure you, look the part or whatever. But it comes to a point where you're putting too much on that. What I believe the word is called narcissistic. Yeah. You can become narcissistic in the sense, you see what I'm saying, to where you indulging in solely just you. You know what I'm saying? And you pretty much putting yourself above, Yahweh Bashim Yahshai.
I got that word narcissistic.
Oh wow, there you go.
That's the word narcissistic. It says marked by excessive self-love.
Right. Right. You're excessively self-loving yourself. To the point where don't nothing matter but how you look and your material gain, in life, your job. You see what I'm saying? Everything centers around you, man.
And that's not of the ways of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. The Lord, He requires men to sacrifice, putting yourself last for the sake of for the whole.
Being selfless.
Being selfless, man. That's what this world doesn't teach. This world teaches you to be selfish. Fuck everybody else. You got to get it. You got to get it how you can get it.
Yep.
Even if you got to cutthroat people, which is wicked.
I was going to say, you brought up celebrities being like that, but even people on a low level, they sometimes be worse than the celebrities. Like, bro, you was not on no high level, so why do you even feel like you should even be on that?
Yeah.
I'm going to read in 1 John 2:16. It said, "For the world offer only craving for physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, and pride in our achievements and possessions. These are not from the Father, but are from the world. And that's what you see in this world. People pride themselves. Jake get a motherfucking car. He think he the biggest thing going. You can't tell him nothing. You know, even Keisha, you get Keisha a compliment.
Or a raise at a job.
At a job, this bitch it gets to her head where she feel like she don't need nobody. And not knowing it's the Heavenly Father that give you all these gifts any goddamn way. Exactly. Who feed the birds of the field? Who feed the worms? Who feed the bears? Who feed us? It's the Lord. You know? It said, verse 17 in the NLT, and this world is fading away along with everything that people crave. But anyone who does what pleases the Most High will live forever.
Right, and that's pretty much what Solomon was saying. What was that again? In Ecclesiastes?
This is 1 John 2 and 17.
Well, that's pretty much what Solomon was saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he did all that, man. He found out all it was vain. You know, all was really nothing. Here it is. Solomon had, you know, the most women. You know what I'm saying? He had the abundance of wealth.
Everything a man can ask for.
Everything a man can ask for, man. And with finding all that out, he found out all of it was nothing, man. It was like you said, it was futility. Man.
Futility.
You know, it's futile, man. Hey, that shit is worth nothing, man. If you don't have the Lord with protection, man.
God.
Right? You got that.
Back in Ecclesiastes, you want to read?
Ecclesiastes 6 verse 2. A man to whom God hath given riches.
Read again from the top, Baba Kashab. From 1.
Ecclesiastes 6 verse 1. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men. A man to whom God hath given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul of all that he desireth. Yet God giveth him not power to eat thereof, but a stranger eateth it. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease.
Ooh, he claimed that as an evil disease.
You got it.
You got it.
You know what you see, man? A lot of these celebrities, they miserable. They got what the old saying, Biggie made the song, more money, more problems. Which is true, man. The more money and wealth you got, you know, they said it's the whole sin in the world. The poor man get better sleep than the rich man.
That's in
Yeah, because why? He ain't got to worry about all the shit that the rich man have to worry about. He worry about motherfuckers, you know, being fake to him, just trying to get close to him, to take advantage of him. You know, all these phony ass broads just trying to have their baby so they can take the baby from it and, you know, collect child support and alimony and all that, man.
Hell yeah, you got to worry about protecting this shit too. You know, everything that you accrue, you got to be able to, you know, you always on guard, you know, looking over your shoulder and shit like that. You know what I mean? You really ain't got no rest in the mind, man. You might look like it on the outward appearance with your material gain, but you really don't have no rest, man. You pretty much depressed, man, in a sense. You know? Go ahead.
And that's why you see a lot of these celebrities, they eventually lose their fucking mind. A lot of them get hooked on drugs or they commit suicide. There you go. Hey, look how Michael Jackson went out. Look how Prince went out. You know, and so on and so forth, man. The list goes on and on. You know? You got it, bro.
Verse 3. If a man beget 100 children and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be not filled with good, and also that he have no burial, I say that an untimely birth is better than he.
So you got guys that have all these kids, especially in this world, but they don't even have the wealth to take care of these kids. You see that a lot in the hood. Jake, I'm a product of that. My father had many kids. And, you know, not to put my father's business out like that, you know, he can't take care of all these goddamn kids, and especially in a society like this. You got bitches trying to put you on child support, you know, because we live in a society where they frown upon polygamy. But the woman can play the harlot. She can
get praised for it.
Yeah, and get praised for it. But the minute you want to go get a multiple woman, you know, which is that's how it shows that the society is totally ass backwards, man.
Adverse.
Yeah, and that's why the Lord finna do away with this whole system, man. You know. Come on. He said an untimely birth is better than him.
Yeah, that's like a stillborn, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, untimely birth, man. It's better that he's not even been born.
That's what going to in the NLT.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you gonna get an NLT?
Yeah, I get an NLT. Verse 3 in the NLT, it says, a man might have 100 children and live to be very old, but if he finds no satisfaction in life and doesn't even get a decent burial, it would have been better for him to be born dead.
Yeah.
Damn, he don't even get a decent burial. Kids don't even fuck with him.
Kids don't fuck. Yeah.
They send his ass to the old folks' home.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And you know what goes on in those homes.
Oh yeah, you get abused in there.
Drugged up.
They take your money.
Yeah.
They take your money. Damn, I forgot it's a movie. But it was a movie that was going into that. You know what I'm saying? When the people get older, you see what I'm saying? You pretty much worthless, man. God. You pretty much worthless in a sense, in their eyes, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Go ahead, you got it.
Back in the KJV, verse 4, Ecclesiastes 6, verse 4. For he cometh in with vanity and departeth in darkness, and his name shall be covered with darkness. Moreover, he hath not seen the sun, nor known anything. This hath more rest than the other.
Hey, read that in NLT, Baba Kashaf.
Yeah. Ecclesiastes 6, verse 4 and 5 in NLT says his birth would have been meaningless.
Read a little bit louder so that trying too.
I got you. Verse 4. His birth would have been meaningless, and he would have ended in darkness. He wouldn't even have had a name, and he would never have seen the sun or known of its existence. Yet he would have had more peace than in growing up to be an unhappy man.
So this is better for him Solomon says it's better for a man that never even been born than a guy to be born and have children and he can't even enjoy the fruits of his own loins, man. And that's what you see in this society, man. You had children, Esau capitalize on small mistakes, make something bigger than what it had to be, try to take your kids from you. Your girl try to take your kids from you, which is wicked, man.
Yeah.
So Solomon, it's better for you not even been born. To live in a world like this, man. But we had to live in so we can understand, to appreciate righteousness when we finally get the opportunity to see a righteous kingdom flourish. We'll appreciate it more when we get it, man. And Lord willing, we be of the elect,
Continue on.
Yeah, verse 5.
This is Ecclesiastes 6, verse 6. It says, yeah, though he live 1,000 years, twice told, yet hath he seen no good. Do not all go to one place? All the labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. For what have the wise more than the fool? What have the poor that knoweth to walk before the living?
Yeah.
Better is the sight of the eyes than the wondering of the desire.
Right, and what brought me to mind is, you can see these people in these fancy ass cars riding these roads. You know what I'm saying? You in a big ass Rolls Royce, but you riding on the same road as a motherfucker in the Doom bucket.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So what good is that shit, man?
And you paying more on a note.
Right, and you paying more on gas and having to keep that shit up to par. You know what I mean? In a world that's gonna burn.
That's burn. It's all vanity at the end of the day. And Esau sets that system up so he can capitalize off that. That's why, they moved old, and back in the day they had the MTV cribs.
Yeah.
Half the time, a lot of the rappers didn't even own those cribs.
Yeah.
They give you the perception of what life should be.
Yeah.
If you don't have this, you don't have that, then your life is meaningless, it's worthless.
Yeah.
Which is not the case, man. That's of the world. Let me get a quick precept. I think it's Micah
2 and 10.
2 and 10.
It's not our rest.
Yep.
I got it.
You got it, bro.
Yeah, this is Micah chapter 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
This place polluted on all levels. First and foremost, spiritually, which leads to what? Mentally, physically. You look around these people are sick on all levels, man. We sick, but we the fact that we're acknowledging that we're sick in hopes to what? To attain, salvation, which comes with what? What comes with that healing? Because we're broken people, man. We're traumatized people.
You go into that word polluted too. It also goes into like being drunk. The world is drunk with the philosophies of America, man. You see what I'm saying? And it gives you a false sense of security, a false sense of what's really real. You see what I'm saying? That there's nothing like it's a delusional state that we in right now. Well, not us, but the Lord has called us out of that. But this world, which is a part of that world, what you read in John, it's pretty much in a delusional state, man. Hey, a boy is a girl is a boy in this world, man.
If I may, a man can't even rule over his own household. The perfect example was that Keke Palmer situation. I don't know if people been hearing about that.
I've seen that.
But yeah, she all in Usher face. But the moment her man was saying something about it, everybody on his head when she was in the wrong.
Well, and she just had a baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And they get on with Dwight Howard. Now the big thing with Dwight Howard, they get mad because he pushed his son working out. And he pushing him like, oh, keep going, son, crying. But he's motivating his son like, keep pushing, man, push. You got it. They frowning upon that for a man being a man. Because the scriptures say what? He that chastised his son grieveth the enemies. That's what this whole NWO thing is about. They want to target our children because they want to do away with people like us.
Yeah, they call it toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah. It's toxic. How can it be toxic to be a man? But it's not toxic to be a woman. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That just shows you that they uplift that woman, man. And worship that woman, man. That toxic. You're supposed to train up your child, man, and train, especially a young man. Because that young man is gonna take on the likeness of you, man. Yep. You see what I'm saying? Shit. What's that? Ecclesiastes 30, chapter 30.
Ecclesiastes 30.
Yeah, what the brother quoted. You know what I'm saying? Hey, your son gonna grieve the enemy, man. When he get older, you train him up. You know what I'm saying? To be like you.
Be just like you.
Right. That means he gonna have your enemies, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's the scripture? I think we pulled with we have no continuous temporal.
2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians.
He got it.
2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians chapter 4.
All right, bet. 2 Corinthians 4 and what?
Verse 18.
All right. You want to read? You can read, Baba Shah.
I'll read. It says.
We can start at
16.
16, yeah.
Yeah, it says, for this 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 16, for which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish. But though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
So our outward man perish, and how it perishes, we putting off the ways of this world. And as we put out the ways of this world, these people look at us like we're oddballs, like we're born. In reality, no, we're preparing to get the hell up out of here. You see, you're the crazy to be engulfed in the world to see that this place is on its way out. You're insane. You can see it. You can see as clear as day. We was talking about that today, man. This must have been the most boring summer ever. It's like it don't even feel like summer.
The mirth is ceasing.
Yeah. And people like trying to force it,
Yeah.
You can feel it, man. You can feel it in the air, man. Like that's what scriptures are. So that's why Yahweh Shah, he said, you can discern between
the time.
The weather and some shit, but you can't discern between the times we in, man. You can feel it that this place is on its way out, man.
It says, verse 17, 2 Corinthians 4 and 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal way to glory.
So, although we all catching hell, it's not going to be compared to what we're going to receive in the kingdom, man. Everlasting life. Just think about that. The comfort of knowing that you're never going to die. You can't even fathom that in this mortal flesh, bro. The fathom that that your cousin that you lost a couple years ago, you're going to be able to see, anytime see him at any time knowing he's going to live forever. Your mama, you're lost. Your grandparents, you're lost, which in reality, if we be the elect, they really are children. Just the comfort knowing that they on earth and they all right, they taken care of. The fact that this devil is taken out of power is going to be comfortable. And, man, come on, man.
When you go into the word light, it goes into the word light affliction goes into a quick affliction. We know that the Lord is speeding up this time, man, for the elect's sakes, man. So, it's going to be like what it says. It's going to be like a dream, man. Yeah. Pretty much, man. Like you woke up from a badass nightmare, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be quick, man.
Whoa. Brother's what? He 30, I'm 30. This brother young. What's 30 some odd years of hell compared to eternity.
Yeah, you can't put a number.
Exactly.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Like
exactly.
you know,
You're
can't even put a number to eternity,
true,
bro.
yeah. That's true. When you really look at it like that. But when you're going through hell, you know time goes slow, man.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that's why you gotta hold on. You gotta fight.
God.
Just like our forefather Jacob, man. He wrestled the angel for that blessing, man. You know?
Hey, with his hip out of place.
Yeah.
Okay. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. While we look not at the things which are seen.
So we ain't looking at this world. We don't pay attention to the carnal aspect of this world, man. You understand that this place is on its way out. See, the Lord has given us a vision that other people don't have.
Yeah.
It's good to say, what, you got a precept?
I was just going to put when the vision.
But there's no vision.
When there's no vision, the people perish.
You want to get it?
Yeah, I can get it.
You get it real quick, just for edification. Just quote it so I can pull it up on my screen.
I got you. Yeah, this is this is Proverbs chapter 29. Right? 29 and verse 18, it says, where there is no vision, the people perish.
Ooh, matter of fact, jump up.
Jump up.
We was just talking about that. 17.
17. Oh, yeah.
Hey, matter of fact, 15.
Yeah. It says, right, Proverbs 29 and 15, the rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. And
that's what the Lord is doing right now with his sons. You know, the elect, Lord willing, be those men. You know, he giving us the rod of affliction. You know, the chastening. The scriptures say, well, he chastened those who he loved. You know, because why? He's shaping and molding us into his image. You whoop your son's ass because you want what's best for him. You know, and that's what the Lord is doing with us, man.
What it say in Hebrews is going to yield the chastising. Despise not the chastising because it's going to yield the peaceable fruits, man. You know?
Man, you can even look at Esau. He don't chastise his kids and look how the fuck they be.
Yeah. Motherfucker go shoot up a school. You know?
It says, Proverbs 29 and 16, when the wicked are multiplied, transgression increases. Woo. But the righteous shall see their fall.
And that's what we're in the process of now. We're seeing the wicked transgression increases, but at the same time, we're in a state where we're going to witness the fall of our enemies. It's good to say that's how it goes. There's no greater sight to see the fall of your enemies.
Yeah.
You see the downfall of our enemies. It's not just Esau, 2/3 of our people, and right along with the rest of these wicked ass people, man, out here, man. These other nations, man. We can't wait to see the downfall of these proud ass people, man. Because they pride themselves in all their possessions. So when this system collapses and you see the look of horror on their face,
we're going to be smiling.
It's going to be priceless, man. You know?
In those days, we're going to be smiling. You know?
Yeah.
Yep. It says, you have something?
No, you continue on.
It's Proverbs 29 and 17. Correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Woo. Yeah. He shall give delight unto thy soul.
And that's what Esau don't want. That's why they targeting our children. You know, they don't want us to teach, especially men of the Lord. And they don't want us to although we finna get the hell up out of here anyway. You know? But the point being is that Esau, see, that's why they want to get rid of this platform. Guys that, you know, it's not even just the prophets, you know, whistleblowers, truth seekers.
Anybody that opposed it.
Anybody that opposed this whole, you know, this NWO system, man. You know? You got it, bro.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 30, verse 1. He that loveth his son causes him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end.
So he also, because he loves his son. See, this world don't teach us what real love is. They teach you, well, you got to cater to them. That's not fucking real love. Real love is getting on somebody when they going off. That correction, because you don't want to see him go off to the path of destruction. Right. This world teaches you go off. No, keep going. You keep going.
But that's because they want you to be in chaos.
Yeah.
While they in order, you know what I'm saying, in their rulership, they want you to be in chaos. You know what I'm saying? They want your families to be in turmoil and shit like that. Why? So they can come in and play the what? The hero.
Yeah.
You know, they can come in and play the hero. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 30, verse 2. He that chastises his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance.
Man, that's what the Lord doing with his sons on a large level, man. He's chastening the elect right now, so he have joy in them when we get those new bodies. He's going to do it with the law, statute, commandments going to be etched within us, and we're going to be perfect. And we're never going to go off. You know?
Yeah, he gonna see himself in us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one more. I'm gonna get this last one. I'm gonna jump down to 4. Ecclesiastes chapter 30, verse 4. Though, this is my point, though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead.
Come on, hey, how about Shimei Shah, man? Hey, Yahweh Shah ain't here. You know.
It's like he's not dead because what? We carrying on that torch, man. And that's what a father does. You know, that father does. He trains his child up into becoming who he is. It's like if I had a business, right? You know what I'm saying? If I had a restaurant, guess what? My son gonna carry on that restaurant legacy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? If I was in the military, my son gonna carry on that legacy as being a general and whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So you know, and that's how the Lord looking on us. Right? You know, we carrying on that legacy. We actually passed us the baton, which is the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? And gave us the energy, you know, through the Word to be able to push this Word. You see what I'm saying? Hey, we carrying on in our Father's business, man. Hey, that's what Yahweh Shai was about. He said, hey, I'm about my Father's business. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm about my Father's business, man. You see what I'm saying? So all the other shit didn't even matter, man. Why? Because he was not a hireling, man. You know what I'm saying? He was a part of the business. You got
and that's the mindset we need to have. See, we can't look at this world as this. We, like the elder Yasharam like to say, we are pilgrims passing through. You know, the women and the children we have in this world, in reality, they not really our children. They just tools to use to teach us lessons to get to the kingdom, man. You know, this is not our rest. You know, we got to be about what? Our Father's business. And our job is what? To help labor to bring forth the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, we're husbandmen. You know, I got a quick precept, my man.
Can I finish this?
You got it, bro.
This is, I'm going to finish it. It said, though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead. Ooh. For he hath left one behind him that is like himself.
Ooh. And that's the elect.
That's Yahweh Shai.
That's the elect. Because Yahweh Shai ain't here physically, but he here in spirit, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Spirit and truth.
And in truth. You know, it's Deuteronomy 32:7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Right. The scriptures say, seek the old path. We got to seek the old path and be meditating on the wise sayings, man. You see what I'm saying? Of the old, of our ancient forefathers, man. You know? That's why we have to be meditated on and ask for that old path, because that's going to really guide us the right way, man. You know? You got to.
Let's go back to that's Proverbs real quick, because we didn't finish that off. I think we stopped at 17, but the point was made in 18.
This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 17. Correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Yeah, he shall give delight unto thy soul. It said, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
So where there's no vision, the people perish, man. And we have a vision of what? The kingdom. You know, that's why we not really infatuated with this world. That's why our brothers are very fervent and what, you know, in doing the work. Because the Lord has given us a vision that he have not given unto everybody. The scriptures say what? Surely he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
And what's that vision? Prophecy, man. You know what I'm saying? When you go into that word vision, you know, that goes into what? Oracles and prophecy, man. You see what I'm saying? You got it.
Word foresight. In the Oxford Dictionary, it says the ability to predict or the action of predicting what will happen in the future. So pretty much that's what the Lord instilled us with, you know. The spirit of prophecy, you know, that goes right into it. Knowing what's going to happen, you know, and believing in that.
I'm back here.
Yeah, 18. We didn't finish the 18.
You done? It says 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 18. While he looked at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
And what we don't, we see what? This kingdom, see moles, weirdos walking around, zombies, addicts. You know, that's of this world. But in the kingdom, that's not going to be. We're seeing what? Wickedness flourish. But in the kingdom, love, righteousness, peace is going to flourish, man. You know? Could you imagine that, man? Going outside to see children playing in the streets, ain't got to worry about an Epstein van pulling up. You know? Could you imagine that, bro?
Yeah, that is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like lion, they playing with your kid, playing with a lion. You know, like you leave your kid outside for 5 minutes, you then finna lose your goddamn mind.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
You know, so your kid open up the door, my baby, where you at?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you down there finna lose your mind. But in the kingdom, you ain't gonna be worried about that. In the kingdom, you ain't gotta worry about your woman, what she's doing right now.
Why? Because then it will be our rest.
God.
Like we just read in Micah chapter 2, man. Hey, rise and depart. We have to depart from this shit, man. We have to depart from the philosophies of this world and the ways of this world. Because this is not our rest, man. But in the kingdom, we're going to have rest then, man. You see what I'm saying? We're going to be able to be free to have our kids go out and play. Why? Hey, the earth is going to be renewed. You see what I'm saying? We're going to have good grass, you know, and things like that. Everything is going to be renewed, man. You know?
What's that precept? What it said? For we have no continual. I think it's in Hebrews.
Hebrews 13 and 14.
Hebrews 13, 14. You want to get it, bro?
I got you.
Hebrews 13, 14.
Come on, see if I can start everything before that. Yeah, we can start at this 14. Hebrews 13, verse 14. For here have we no continuous city, but we seek one to come.
So we have no continuous city. This is not our city. This is not our kingdom. You got guys that want to be American Israelites. Grow old in America and know that they're Israelites and retire. And no, man. Hell no.
The goal should be to lead this place,
Yeah.
bro.
They want to go get their land and shit, try to build up communities and shit.
Yeah.
You know, certain people doing that, you know, men of Israel, man.
Yeah.
You know? And they don't have a sure word of prophecy, man. This is not our rest, man.
Come on. You got a precept? I got one in Colossians. Colossians 3 and 1. If ye then be risen with a Mashiach, seek those things which are above, where Mashiach sitteth on the right hand of the Most High. Mm-hmm. You know, and what comes from above? Wisdom. Hey, scriptures say wisdom leads on to what? A kingdom. You know, it's in the book of Sirach, man, or I believe it's Sirach or Wisdom of Solomon. I could be wrong, you know. But it leads to a kingdom, man. That's what we're looking for, a kingdom of heaven, man. A kingdom of because what's the kingdom of heaven? Righteousness.
Right, and where does it start? Within our minds right now, man. The scriptures say the kingdom of heaven is with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing right now. We're departing from this this wicked ass world, wicked ass kingdom. And within our minds, we are seeking the righteous kingdom.
God. Because we're, like I said earlier, we're a traumatized people, man. And then a lot of things, you know, subconsciously we do without even knowing, man. So with this...
Scoot it that way? Yeah, slide that.
Yeah, so we seek for a kingdom.
Slide it up some more. Slide up some more. There you go. Good dog. Good. Thank you, sir. All right.
Read it again from the top. Lost my train of thought.
Go ahead.
Colossians 3 and 1. If you then be risen with a Mashiach, seek those things which are above, where Mashiach sitteth at the right hand of the Most High. Set your affections on things above, not on things on the earth. Mm-hmm. So why you know, not to say you take care of your family to the best of your ability, you work, you do what you got to do, but hey, don't put your what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, don't put your concerns and with your daily, over,
Don't be too over invested in this place.
We know this place is gonna be through. We know this place is gonna get burned. So why be invested to a place you know it's gonna get fucked up?
Yeah. Because at any moment this shit can collapse. They just June we in July. They just implemented the Fed now, the CBDC, man. So at any moment Esau could set a false flag.
Yep.
And had this bitch a couple weeks ago, what he was doing, spraying chemicals, man.
Yep.
That came out the blue, you know. So any moment a power grid can happen. Then what?
Hey, martial law.
Yeah. It said, for ye are dead and your life is hid with a Mashiach in the Most High. We're dead to this world. Mm-hmm. We're dead man walking.
What they call that? What's that movie? Will Smith. Oh my God! It was just on the tip of my tongue. When he was when his identity they cut his identity off.
I think I know.
Oh man, it didn't come to me, man.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Enemy of the state.
Yeah.
We there you go. We hey shit, we the enemy of the state, man. Hey, because what we teaching right now is really treason. Man. We're teaching pretty much another kingdom or another rulership, man. You know what I'm saying? With that rulership, hey, Yahweh Shah being the head of that rulership, you see what I'm saying? Hey, that's treason.
God.
You know, hey, motherfuckers, you know, hey, hey, you get put on the firing squad for that shit. Hey, what the scripture say? Hey, we gonna be what? Beheaded?
God.
You know what I'm saying?
Some of us
gonna be thrown in prison.
But at the same time, the balance, the Lord's gonna lift those standards up too as well. Those miracles coming.
Yeah, come.
You know, that's why we stand firm, because the Lord said you should do greater works than I. We don't know how the work's gonna be.
Wow. Yeah.
Esau may come and nigga try to shoot and the bullets bounce off our chest.
Right.
And brother gets flying, you know.
Yeah. You just never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
That's the type of faith we gotta have, man. Because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal but spiritual. You know, we can't defeat this man carnally. Nope. We got to defeat this man through the spirit. That's why that's why he can't come at us directly. He got to do subtle, sly, slick shit to come at us. You know? It says, verse 4, when the Mashiach, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. So when the Lord comes, we're going to be just like him, Lord willing. You know, when he transfigured himself and before James, Peter, and John, it said his garment was so white that not even soap, not one soap in the earth could he made that garment that white. Which means it was glowing.
Yeah.
You know, imagine that, bro. You know, imagine having that body. Can't even fathom, bro.
Yeah.
To be able to go through the spirit realm and go to the earth and the heavens.
Yeah, transcend. You got to think about it. In these bodies, that's one of the only things we can't do. Go up and down and go in and out, man.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We can't go in and out, man. But we gonna be able to do that, man. When the Lord, what they say in Corinthians, in the twinkling of an eye, you know, with the last trump, man. We shall be changed, man. You know what I mean? We gonna be just like Yahweh Shai, man.
It said, verse 5, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, covetousness, which is idolatry. So I'm going to read it in the NLT. It says, so put to death the sinful earthly things lurking within you. Have nothing to do with sexual immorality.
Sexual immorality, that's fornication.
And that goes on twofold, spiritually as well. You know, we're worshiping these different idols, following the philosophies of the ways of this world, man. You know, it says impurity, lust, and evil desires. Don't be greedy, for a greedy person is an idolater, worship the things of this earth.
Right, and that's all the cares of the world, man. That's what the world is worried about right now, man.
The average American.
Right, the average motherfucking American is worried about this shit right now.
Chasing a buck and a nut.
Right, exactly.
A buck and a nut.
A buck and a motherfucking nut.
Which is vanity, man.
Like we started from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit is all futility. Futile, man.
It says, verse 6, for which thing the sake, back in the King James, for which thing the sake of the Most High cometh on the children of disobedience, in which he also walking sometimes when you lived in them.
Right, we was once there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We always once there. You know what I'm saying? At one point, you know what I mean?
And we're still battling those thoughts. You know, because we're still in the flesh.
Definitely.
You know, but each and every day as you grow in the spirit, you know, that sinful nature should be becoming less and less and less.
Attractive. Less and less attractive.
Yeah. No, it's true. Because you know, when the Lord give you his mind, you look at things from a whole nother level. Like, for instance, adultery. You know, when you look at it, you know, the Lord don't look at it as far as the pleasure aspect. He looking at the biological aspect, the spiritual aspect. You know, how defiled it is, how confusing it could be. You know?
And if you was to let that allow with you, guess what though? It'll fuck up the whole nation, man. You know what I'm saying? What it said, a little leaven at the whole lump. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta nip that shit in the bud.
You know? It says, verse 8, but now ye also put off these things, anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, see that you have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in the knowledge after the image of him that created him. And we're just talking about, man, we're hoping to be made in the image of our Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, at the end of the day, man. Not in the image of the beast. Because the image of the beast is that doeth thy will spirit, man. No self-control, impulsive, you know, whatever feels good, do it. You know? Which is a lifestyle of undisciplined. You know? That's what you see in this world. People undisciplined just eat all goddamn day.
Yeah, do it like you said. It's that Alex Crawley type of mindset. You know, where you do it thy will. You know, spirit. You know, that do it thy will spirit, where you feel that you know you can just you can do what you want to do. You can be who you want to be in this fucking world. Man.
I'm gonna read down to 13. We can close out. Verse 11. Where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision nor uncircumcision, barbarian, Scythian, bond nor free, but Hamashiach is all and in all. It says, verse 12, put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved bowels of mercy.
Right, the Lord's called us to be separate. You know what I'm saying? Holy, and to be, an example. You know what I'm saying? Really to the whole world. You know what I'm saying? A light and that shines among the whole world. You know, so we got to be separate separate from this kingdom.
It said bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering, forbearing one another, forgiving one another, because that's not in this world. Exactly. People don't forgive. Motherfucker hold a grudge. For life. Motherfucker still hold a grudge from their childhood bully.
Hey man, that's why. You so right. That's why a lot of motherfuckers be getting smoked out here. Man. They be getting smoked. Why? Because a lot of that beef started from high school. It started from high school and shit.
Kid shit.
And guess what? They carry on that beef into their adulthood, man. And I got a lot of motherfuckers, man, that got whacked off that shit, man.
Shit, it's fucking wars right now in Chicago that start off on. Even I can testify. Guys, I grew up. You still fighting wars that started way back in grammar school.
Started in 8th, 9th
Yeah,
grade.
motherfucking casualties on both sides.
Come on.
You know. It said, verse 13, forbearing one another, forgiving one another, and if any man have a quarrel against any, even as Hamashiach forgave you, so also do ye. And above all, put on charity, which is the bounds of perfectness.
Right. Why? Because charity covered what? A multitude of sins. You know? And that's why that's so important. You got it.
Now you also I don't want to cut you off. It said, verse 15, and let the peace of the Most High rule in your heart, to the which also ye are called in one body, and be ye thankful, man. You know, and that's the spirit. That's the spirit we got to be in, man. Because like I said earlier, man, Babylon has taught us, to resolve issues in the carnal way.
Yep.
You know, the Lord teaches how to resolve issues through the spirit, man. Correct. There you go. Work out ourselves. Because we in the flesh, man.
Yeah.
A lot of things subconsciously we think that is right, and it's not right. That's why the Lord, He puts us through the furnace of affliction to purge those characteristics and those behavior aspects we have out of us.
He purging the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, renewing us day by day.
Yeah, and that's why you gotta, when you come to this faith, you gotta have a humble mindset. You can't be proud, man. That's why the Lord said, in order for you to enter the kingdom of heaven, you gotta be born again. Which means everything you thought was right,
throw that shit away.
Throw that shit away. Now, don't get me wrong. You do take, the knowledge of what you did gain in the world, and if it's beneficial to the faith, then you use it.
Yeah.
But if it's not beneficial, you got to throw that shit out, man.
No doubt.
See, I got anything else? Yeah. We're gonna wait till these people propose by. Matter of fact, read 16. It says, "Let the world." It said, Colossians 3:16. Let the word of Hamashiach dwell in you richly in all wisdom, teaching and admonishing one another in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing with grace.
Right, we building each other up, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, man. With the wisdom and the words of Yahweh Shai, man.
It said, grace in your heart to the Lord. It said, and whatsoever you do in word or in deed, do all in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shai, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him.
Yeah. Hey, that's why we say Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, Lord willing. It's true.
So, with that, we give all glory, all praises, and honor unto Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do well. And as always, peace and salutations to the hopefully elect and the Sisakis pushing the truth throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
And a Bob Abal.
Bob Abal. Soon.